Fantasy XIII-2, the story so far. Whoever you are.
No, Christ.
Is that a toy Moogle? But I want to see lightning so much. I'll be back! No!
Human society continues to develop. Machines once run by the FALC are now powered by human technology. Driving the progress is the Academy, which has grown to take a leading role in affairs of state. Under its young leader, the Academy is working to solve the paradoxes that warp the surrounding space-time. At the heart of the distortions is the Yasha's Massif, its skies darkened by a perpetual eclipse. Society continues to develop.
People always say, the future will be better. They believe the hardships of the present fade with the passage of time. And so we hope, waiting for a future brighter than today. But Sarah, remember this. As you walk towards a brighter tomorrow, you have to look back to your past. The path you have walked to reach the here and now will give you the courage you need to hope.
It's so dark.
In ancient times, the FALC devoured the light, darkness cloaked the sky, and the earth knew only night. This must be the eclipse.
You know what this is?
They said 500 years ago, a massive FALC appeared. For a while, it blotted out the sun and turned everything dark.
If that happened 500 years in your past, then this must be 200 years in my future.
Right. But something's wrong. Look, The eclipse is only affecting this small area. That shouldn't be possible.
Okay, so you're saying this could be a paradox?
That's what I'm saying.
Huh. This reminds me of stories we heard, that there used to be a great city on Grand Pulse. I bet this is what these ruins are.
What happened to it?
No one's been able to figure that out. We were more or less locked up inside Cocoon. We never had much opportunity to learn about the world below us. Our scientists have only just begun to study the mysteries of Grand Pulse. Something's up! Come on, Kabao!
Hello, are you here to observe the facility? I can answer any questions you might have.
Ah, yeah, perfect. I do have some questions. Where are we? And what year is it?
Wait, you can't just...
What? I'm just...
Yashas Masif, 10 AF, sir.
10 AF? So nowhere near 200 years.
I must say, this is the first time anyone asked me what year it was. I don't suppose you happen to be time travelers?
Well, Koopa?
Ah, yes, I almost forgot. I'm supposed to hand out this map. Take it, it's free. Keep your wits about you. There's no telling what kind of monsters the Paradox has let loose in here.
You said the paradox. Are you talking about the eclipse?
Yes, the great Fal'Cie, Fenrir, blocked out the sun. It was predicted he would appear 200 years from now. Which means...
Which means his appearance now indicates some sort of time distortion, right? The eclipse is only happening here, right? Maybe all these gates that appeared are causing the distortion.
There's more than one gate in the ruins, isn't there?
Ah, you've done your homework, I see. Yes, we've found multiple gates in the site.
Figures.
Some areas may still be sealed off. We've yet to determine if those sections are safe. We have no idea what caused the aberration. There are several paradox theories floating around. It's terrifying to consider what the Fal'Cie's purpose might be. The ancient recordings state that Fenrir appears only once every few centuries. According to the calculations, Fenrir shouldn't have appeared for another 200 years. We have no idea.
Come on, Mog. Kupo! Not this time, Kupo. Go, Mog. Kupo! Not this time, Kupo.
We didn't experience eclipses on Cocoon.
It's night all the time. I can't deal with this.
We'll never be able to go back to our ordinary lives.
The sun's disappearance is no need for panic. It's our job as scientists to figure out what's behind this mystery. On sunny days, I can't help but wish I didn't have to be at work. I suppose that's not an issue anymore. I'll resolve the paradox, you'll see. I'll turn Pulse into a haven one day, and life will be better than it ever was on Cocoon. I'm a night owl, so these days without any sun are quite enjoyable for me.
I recommend walking along the path of the searchlight. Most monsters hate light and will do anything to avoid it. The Padra ruins are in the back. Please be careful and avoid areas shrouded in darkness. Vicious monsters lurk in the dark. Make sure to stay on the lighted path. I recommend walking along the path of the...
That building over there is part of the Padra ruins. You should take a look around if you have the time. The Padra ruins are the focus of the Academy's current investigation. You'll find some of the Academy's higher-ups visiting the ruins.
The scientists are so passionate about their work, they're working just as hard as ever, even in the dark. Speaking of passionate, I'm the most passionate person I know when it comes to making a living. And on that note, please peruse my passionately promising pick of pieces. know it's a little dark in here, but I paid my electric bill, I swear!
The food is so much better than on Cocoon. It's strange because as a kid I was told that Pulse was some kind of hell.
This area is closed off because of the powerful paradox effect. We don't know much yet, but we do know it's dangerous. I recommend the Padre Ruins to visitors. They are at the top of the hill over there. This area is off limits. We can't guarantee the safety of those who venture within. The areas that are closed off are rumored to encompass considerable spatial distortions. I recommend the
There are two questions. Why is the eclipse happening now? And why is it happening right over these ruins?
Maybe there's something important hidden here.
The legends say the fal'Cie was looking for that which was lost. Could be the thing it's searching for is in these ruins.
Then I guess we better start searching ourselves.
I don't care if things are bad. I'd rather be on Cocoon.
conservatives who still believe in the ways of Cocoon must be unhappy with the Academy and its progressive ways.
Your turn. That's it.
I am not an outdoors kind of person.
Once you get used to it, life on Pulse isn't bad.
A little darkness can't stop me. I light up the room with my I know it's a little dark in here, but I paid my
Are we not allowed to go inside?
I'm very sorry. Only persons on official Academy business are permitted beyond this point.
Oh.
Count as official business!
Are we not allowed to go inside?
I'm very sorry. Only persons on official Academy business are permitted beyond this point.
Oh.
Maybe this will count as official business!
When monsters like these are cornered, they cause a space-time vortex to appear. An electromagnetic shock usually shuts them down. It's been a while, Sarah.
Hope? Is that you?
I'm grateful you remember me.
Who's this?
Oh,
Director of Academy Research, Team Alpha. Hope Est, I'm at your service. And you must be Noel.
Nice guess. Who told you?
You appeared here with Sarah some years ago at the Brescia ruins. Subsequently, we analyzed the gate and forecast your reappearance at this location. To be honest, I didn't really believe that time travel was possible. But here you are. I'm really glad you're safe. For me, it's as if time has stopped. Everyone I knew is gone.
Hope.
From your point of view, it's been years since you last saw Sarah.
Not just Sarah. Snow as well. And Saz and his boy. You all disappeared from my life. It's been 10 years now.
I never thought...
When the paradox occurred some years ago, I thought if I could solve it, maybe you would all come back.
Director Hope! There you are! What were you thinking? Taking off and leaving me all on my own.
It was a shock seeing Hope grown older than me. But he was still the same Hope I knew. Lightning, Hope listened to my story without saying a word. I told him about how I'm the only one who remembers your smile on the plane of Grand Pulse. I told him about how Snow set out to try and save you and Vanille and Fang. And I told him about Noel. Noel from the future.
There's something I want to show you both. We can continue our conversation as we walk.
I'll show the way.
Shall we?
Tell me, Hope, what made you join the Academy?
A sense of duty. Vanille, Fang, Lightning, they turned to Crystal so that we might live. It was an enormous sacrifice.
My sister and the others.
Look
I think they wanted to preserve life. They gave us a chance to live again.
It's already been 10 years since the incident on Cocoon.
Fun, Kubo!
Work here pays off.
I've been waiting so long to meet you. You two are the reason I've continued my research for as long as I have.
Go, Mog!
Who's the logos?
Magic?
I remember the horrible incident from 10 years ago as if it happened yesterday. I lost my goals and my dreams and my motivation. I lost everything. But all of that changed 5 years ago at the Brescia ruins.
I'm working hard today.
I wonder if we can make the gates accessible.
You suddenly appeared right before our eyes, out of nowhere. That sparked my curiosity. I had to find out how that was possible. I strive to be like the director. I of course respect him as an authority figure, but I also respect him as a person.
Time travelers, huh? The director's prediction was spot on. I'm looking forward to a big discovery.
This is a foul seed that was uncovered in these ruins. Seems he had a deep connection with the people of Padra. We've tried analyzing it with the Academy's equipment, but nothing yet. However, it does seem to react to another device that we found in these ruins. The tragedy from 10 years ago was caused by someone uncovering an ancient foul seed. The Academy is focusing their efforts on finding out more about the device, rather than the FALC. We're simply excavators, nothing more than cogs in the investigation. The tragedy from 10 years ago was...
Any new discoveries? Any new discoveries?
On sunny days, I can't help but wish I didn't have to be at work. I suppose that's not an issue any...
You only realize how important something is when it's gone.
They look the same as they did 5 years ago?
I heard a ruckus. What's going on? What happened?
I need to buy more cat food.
I'm terribly sorry about how I treated you before. It was very rude. Especially since I hear you two are the time travelers the director was waiting for.
Do you always have to work in such dangerous areas?
We didn't feel in danger, since the army was always there to protect us. But we were too confident. We got too careless. Our success at predicting your unconventional arrival has proven our theory to be true. The director can't wait to meet you. He's been holding his breath in anticipation. The phasing activity of the gate is consistent with that of the gate found within the Brescia ruins 5 years ago. That's when the director spoke up and said he knew for certain that the gates are linked through time.
A little darkness can't stop me. I know it's a little dark in...
military's getting a bit too lax.
If you see any odd characters, just be nice. If you see any odd characters, just be nice.
Soldiers nowadays aren't what they used to be.
They put the future in our hands. We're in a position to build a society based on human technology, no longer subject to the whim of the fal'Cie. That's the gift we've been given.
How long has it been? 5 years? You two haven't changed at all.
I hope not. And here we are, meeting in ruins again.
Ruins are places where memories gather like dust. So many layers of time. Probably the easiest place for a paradox to occur. We've made significant progress these past 5 years.
I swear I won't step on anyone.
This is the front line of paradox research. This eclipse is so unusual. We've made significant...
Sarah, you've just stepped into the near future. You must be curious about a few things.
Has the Academy figured out what the paradoxes are?
To put it simply, they're temporal overlaps.
The past and the future mixing together?
Exactly. I've been studying possible connections between the paradoxes and the disappearance of my friends. But it was only recently that I realized something, that the phenomena transcended time.
Oh, you've been at this for years.
Yes, but now one of those friends is here in front of me. And the discoveries we've made will benefit not only the Academy, but the future of humanity.
This is the front line of paradox research.
Guests of yours, Director? Watch your step in there.
Thank you.
Isn't the Academy a research institute? Why do you need so many soldiers?
Without the fal'Cie around, we have to be able to protect ourselves. And that means guns.
The time distortions spawn hostile creatures. Until we can resolve the paradox, we need military force to repel threats. These armed patrols are essential for our safety.
It's already been 10 years since the incident on Cocoon.
I can't believe I'm still waiting on their report. Problems here.
What? How'd you do that?
So, those are the visitors from the past, huh?
You know, I wish you'd said where and when you were from the last time we met. The whole place was in an uproar after you suddenly disappeared. I'm so glad Mog is still with you. I like him. The whole place was in an...
It's hard to believe it's really been 10 years. So much time has passed.
Do you still think my sister is trapped inside that crystal pillar?
I always had doubts, and it wasn't just me. Saz had them as well.
Really? Saz too?
Yes. He couldn't believe that lightning would just up and leave Sarah like that. After all, she was the one who said we shouldn't face things alone, that we should stick together. I'm glad to see you're doing well, Sarah.
I wonder how Saz and little Dodge are doing.
We've been out of touch. Saz took Dodge to live on Grand Pulse, and he was flying airships the last I heard. Then suddenly they both disappeared. I searched everywhere but never found them.
Look at us. All gone our separate ways.
Yes. And I can't tell you how much it means to have you here now. Saz and Snow may have set off on different paths, but I've started to think that, in the end, we're all headed towards the same goal. I wonder how the others are doing.
So, Hope, have you heard anything from Snow?
Nothing, I'm sorry to say. Not a single word. Not since he left on his mission.
No sign of him for 10 whole years? Sounds like we're not the only ones traveling through time.
You might be right. Considering Snow's uncanny ability to find trouble, he's almost certainly aware of these temporal aberrations.
Have you seen my papers lying around?
It's been 10 years already.
This is some kind of ancient city, right?
The city of Padra, or so we believe. It was the center of a great kingdom built by a nation known as the Farseers.
The Farseers? You're telling me there used to be enough of them to build this entire town?
According to our research, we believe they constituted an entire nation. A polity that was ruled by a Cirrus.
Can you see me now? Standing here in this place?
So this nation, Padra? Their leader was a Cirrus, right?
Yes. The Cirrus would read the fates, see the future, and guide her country.
Yule.
Any records of their culture or lifestyles?
Here.
Thanks.
You've traveled through time. I suppose it's not surprising you know about these things. The power to rule was passed down from one Cirrus to the next. She was always called Yule.
If they could read time, why did they die out? Surely they could see the danger coming and do something to avoid it.
No, they were destroyed because they could see the future.
Why?
The Cirrus Yule foresaw the future destruction of this city. Some citizens wanted to try to avert the disaster. Others felt that they should simply abandon their homes and run. A few fell into despair and took their own lives. The divided populace clashed. The nation was torn apart by civil war.
Being able to see the future is awfully dangerous. It can mess with people's heads.
Tell me about it. The nation fell apart, and the survivors fled into the wildlands, avoiding contact with others. Huh.
So you know the story.
Oh! Come on, Director Hope! I want to show them! It's okay to show them, isn't it?
This way. Here. This is what lies at the heart of our paradox. The Oracle Drive. We've been giving it careful study.
But how did you...
Wait. You know of these devices?
Oh, well, yeah. I've heard of them. In books and stuff.
The Oracle Drive appears to be some kind of recording apparatus from ancient times. We've excavated a number of the devices. However, the recordings depict things that cannot be possible. Perhaps you should see for yourselves.
This is how it works.
The device was excavated from an ancient part of the ruins. We used carbon dating methods to determine age. The device and the recording stored within are several centuries old.
But it shows lightning.
Someone in the past recorded this vision of the future. Perhaps it was the Seeress Yule herself. What we're concerned about, however, is this. You'll have to excuse the image quality. Yes, I think so. We need to conduct further analysis to be certain.
Is it broken?
No. We've tested both device and data, and everything is nominal. Yet, when we try to view the recording, we get this. Perhaps it's not the recording that's broken. It's the immediate space-time in which we are located.
You mean it could be the paradox? Because the surrounding space-time is twisted, that might be directly affecting the device. So, if the paradox is eliminated, space-time will return to normal. Then we could see the prophecy and find out where my sister is.
Yes, I believe so.
Right.
Here.
An artifact.
This object serves as a key, is that right? We try to make it work ourselves, but with no success.
Yeah, we can use that to travel across time.
Then you may have it. I think it'll be far more useful to you than us. Here.
During the years that passed as we traveled outside time and space, Hope had devoted himself to his research, trying to unlock the mystery of the paradox. If the gates are the cause of the puzzle, they might also be the key to unlocking it. But I wonder, am I getting closer? Will I find lightning in the end?
Time to find that gate.
It was in the ruins.
They found traces of what looks like a large-scale battle in these ruins. They uncovered piles of bones that were all scratched up.
They must have been fighting monsters too.
The thing is, the scratch marks suggested they were inflicted by people. The The group that stayed on Cocoon and the ones who moved to Pulse aren't on great terms. If things escalate, we might have another war. People fighting against each other in a time like this is just plain stupid, but we can't seem to stop it from happening. Everyone seems to be supporting the Academy, probably because their inventions helped make our lives more convenient. But it'll only take one catalyst for the people to revolt against the Academy. The group that stayed on Cocoon and the ones who moved to Pulse aren't on great terms. If things escalate, we might have another war. People fighting against each other.
I think I'm a bit jealous of you, Sarah. You can travel to the past or the future, and if you find somewhere you like, you can just stay there.
Huh. I've never thought of it like that. I've been so focused on finding my sister.
Well, of course you are. Oh, hi. Still wandering around the ruins? Oh, hi. Still wandering...
You understand why I wanted to show you the Oracle Drive?
I think I do. You've been looking for lightning too all this time.
Yes. It's not much, and I wanted you to see how far we've come.
How were the images in the Oracle Drive recorded? Did someone film lightning in the future?
Oh no. These were not produced using a camera. The images were seen. We believe the visions are recorded by someone in sync with the device.
Is that even possible?
They may have been assisted by a fal'Cie. We've still barely scratched the surface here. The Oracle Drive is my main field of research. I'm curious to see the uncorrupted images. I wonder what sort of person was this Cerberus.
Oh, hi. Still wandering...
The Academy's troops are made up mainly of former...
Why am I always falling over things?
I want to live as close to Cocoon as possible.
You two are famous. People say that you're quite the swordsman. Do you care to prove that you're as good as they say? I recently received an urgent request from one of the labs at the Academy. They need a fang from a behemoth as soon as possible for a project they're working on. They don't want just any fang, though. They need one that's in pristine condition. Unfortunately, with the military's current weapons, there's no possible way to take down a monster of that size without ruining its fang in the process. Now that you know the situation, if you happen to come across any, would you mind sharing them with me? I know it's a lot to ask, but it would help me out so much. Thank you. I appreciate this. If you're as good as they say, this should be easy. Once the Academy gets their hands on an adequate sample, they're going to use it to research all sorts of things, such as the monster's biology and evolutionary background. How are things looking? Do you think you'll be able to obtain a behemoth fang sometime soon? The military took one down in an airship, but they burned it to a crisp.